Hey, this is Eric, Echo, the winemaker at Charlie and Echo here, back with another tasting note for one of our new releases. Of course, this is our 2018 Clara Rose. So this guy is 100% Zinfandel, all out of Warner Springs, high altitude, about 3,300 feet. All self-rooted stuff, super granitic soil, really cool place to grow grapes. Zinfandel went straight to press. Whole cluster Cremant cycle, meaning a very long, gentle press cycle. So these grapes right on the cluster were never destemmed, were never busted up, anything like that. Just went right into the press. And all the color, that little bit of color that we're getting there, that rosé color, all comes from this very long press cycle. It's about a 3-hour press cycle. And then we took the end. So the end is going to give us the richer portion of it. The beginning of the press cut cycle we actually used to make a sparkling, and then the end cut we're using to make the still. So this is the 2018 Clara Rose. Again, it's 100% Zinfandel. Now, it underwent a slight bottle fermentation after it was bottled. There's a tiny amount of residual sugar. Quite honestly, I thought it was just going to be stable and just stayed that way. And then months and months later, it fermented just this tiny bit of amount of sugar that was in there. So it comes off with a slight spritz, which is actually quite nice. It actually came out with kind of a nice spritz. Didn't throw any off aromas, but it made it a little reductive. And so if you're familiar with reduction and what all that stuff is, it gave it a very slightly flinty nose to it. So the first thing you know when you smell it, you're going to get this kind of slightly flinty kind of aroma on there. And we actually have left this open. I've left this open, bottle open in the fridge. Poured a glass out, put the cap back on, put it in the fridge. 2 weeks later, like literally that long, still a beautiful wine. Flinty aroma had gone away, the spritz had gone away, and maybe more of the straightforward experience you get out of a rosé. But right off the bat, if you just take it, it is beautiful. But to be aware, there's going to be a little slight spritz and a little bit of a flintiness to it. Good crisp acid, real nice on the acidity on this. It helps from that higher altitude, maintains the acidity. Flavors, still, again, get that kind of like flintiness on the nose, but then we're getting cranberry and some nectarine, which seems like a really weird tasting note for a Zinfandel, but I'm definitely getting a nectarine, might even be the predominant note over that cranberry. And then sort of like a slaty, to go along with that flint, sort of like a slaty minerality to it. So really nice rosé. I think about 11.8% alcohol. Did not make much of this, like a whopping 12 cases. So if you're interested in it, we'll have it out for a while, for as long as that lasts. Hope you enjoy.